talk about a sensual massage. What are 3 things that you can do to make her scream during a sensual massage? Let me tell you, it's gonna get hot, it's gonna get juicy, and I'm gonna tell you the truth about what goes on with us women when you guys give us a sensual massage. Will I share some personal stories? Yeah, I will. Welcome, I'm Arica Angelo. I've been giving dating and relationship advice for, oh wow, I almost said 16 years, but lo and behold, we are on year 17. Wow, I'm gonna have to start saying that, 17, because we're in 2025. I started in 2008, had a little website called Bella Gab. It was very Sex in the City style. Your girl's been around before all these newbies have been coming here, bumping their gums, regurgitating my stuff. So, sensual massage, you're in good you're in good hands as we talk about sensual massage from someone who's been giving advice for 17 years now. Oh yeah, baby. So, let's just talk about one of the things that really why a sensual massage is so important. Most men have never been taught how to be a really good lover, and it sucks. Like, your parents don't teach you, school doesn't teach you, and then you've got guys giving each other advice, and most of it's bullshit. Like, you guys have seen my video about squirting with Jacques, and Jacques said, Arica, let me tell you the conversation. I gotta tell you the conversation. Arica, I talked to all these men. I'm not doing his French accent very well, but I talked to all these men, and like they all say how good they are in the bed, but he doesn't actually talk that strongly. But how they're so good in the bed. And then I talked to the women, and the women say the sex is shit. Arica, somebody is lying, and it's true. The reality is, who taught you how to, let's just look at you. Like, who actually taught you how to be a good lover? Probably no one, which is why you're watching my videos. And thank you for watching them. And make sure that you subscribe and like this video. But the reality is no one's teaching men. And so what happens is when you get to a woman's body, she doesn't feel that sensuality coming from you. And when a woman doesn't feel like you're being sensual towards her, what we feel like is you're just trying to take something from us, as opposed to an exchange of give and take. And that's why I can promise you, it's why a lot of women stop having sex with their husbands, because they're not as good lovers, or they feel that taking energy. Or you've got these guys who are very novice, and it's like, I watched this in porn and now I want to experiment on your body. And it's like, oh my God, it's a vagina. Please, for the love of God, it's not a hammer and nail situation. We're not building a house. You're making love to my vagina. But some guys have never been freaking taught this. And so this is why sensual massage is super imperative, because this is going to facilitate not only the connection that she has with you, but also it's going to bridge that sensual side of you, where she's going to see that you're much more than just some caveman or some guy who's gotten all his education on porn or from talking over with beers with his buddy. They don't know what the hell they're doing, despite how much they're lying and saying they're girls, please. Like, no. This is going to make her feel that sensuality coming from you, which is super important. Why? Because the more that she feels that sensuality from you, the more she's going to want to make love to you. It's super simple. It's not like rocket science. The more she feels that connection with you, the more she's going to want to give you that vajayjay over and over and over and over again. And so let's just talk about the ways that you can sensually touch a woman that will make her scream. First and foremost, I'm already thinking of a guy. There was this guy, probably the best lover I have ever had. And yes, God bless that man. But one thing that he was really good in terms of being sensual was the minute he saw me, he would lock eyes with me, just like he had this ferocity in his eyes. Like, he's just like, I will consume you. And he would lock me in with his eyes, and then he would tell me how beautiful I looked, which is always nice to hear. That's why I tell you guys to compliment women. But then he would come in, and when I would come close to him, the sensual massage, this guy was a master. He would immediately take his hands and start rubbing on my neck, Why is this a sensual thing? Why is this a mastery move as opposed to like massaging the breast, the butts, the vagina? Why? Because most of the time women, like, it's still a bit of a threat. Like, you're still a bit of that predator to us, which is sexy when it comes to sexuality. And so when you come for our neck and you begin to massage our neck, you begin to massage our shoulders. You see I'm wearing the dress to show you? When you begin to massage all of that, what you're doing is you're relieving all the pressure, all of the convictions to remain pure, a Puritan, and fight you and be like, no, 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 he cannot get my goodies, because, we've been brainwashed with that as well, that you're just completely disarming us so that we can get into our bodies. And that is the first thing that I really encourage you to do, is do the disarming massage. And that is going in for her neck, going in for her shoulders. Why? Because it shows her that you're not just going in for the sexual stuff. When you just go for the sexual stuff, it does create some resistance. It makes us feel used. It doesn't make us feel appreciated. It doesn't make us feel pursued. It doesn't make us feel desired by you. But when you understand that a woman sometimes can be a bit tense or on guard when it comes to a man pursuing us sexually, because we've been taught we need to put up a fight, we need to play hard to get, don't get your numbers high, like all these things that really oppress women's sexuality. I'm not saying women should be out fucking 1,000 and 100 men, like that whole shit that's going online, that shit is fucking crazy, and these poor girls need some severe trauma work. I'm not talking about that, but there's a lot of pressure that has stifled women sexually about, oh, don't do this because then he's going to think you're a whore, or he's going to want all this bullshit that desensitizes us to our pleasure. When you start massaging us around our neck and our shoulder, you disarm us from all the bullshit, all those preconceived ideas that we have about men. When you start sensually massaging us around the neck, those deep, firm massages, slowly, just gently caressing her like, yeah, baby girl, I got you, girl. You're okay. I got you. You're going to be okay. And then the firm massages into our shoulder. All of that just loosens us up. So hopefully you got that. The next massage tip that I want to give you, that sensual massage, the mastery, is when you begin to massage our entire body. So let's say you worked through there, and let's say you're working towards, when you take your fingers and you run them, when you don't go directly for the spots, but you rub up close to them. So when you run your hands down our chest between the breast, and then you run it down the stomach and just over top the vajayjay and then down the legs. What you're doing is you're building that desire. You're building that wanton side of us that is really creating this hunger that we are going to want to devour you. When you begin to just massage us and go all around and gently caress the forbidden places, let's just call them that to like get everyone on the same page, the breast, the vagina, the booty, like all this. When you kind of go around those but just gently skimming them, that really builds fire. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, this is how much this stuff works. Because when you're getting a massage from a woman or a man, when they start getting close to those areas, even though you're not remotely interested in the person massaging you, when they start getting around those lower regions, it does start building a heat, and you have to like talk to yourself and be like, I know it's more painful for you guys because you guys get an erection and that's so hard to like hide, whereas us women, ours gets built up. It's an aching inside of her, a physical aching. We start getting wet below. But yeah, anytime someone starts massaging you in those areas, even if you're not physically turned on to them, you start feeling sexual in that moment. You're like, am I about to give me a happy ending, or what's going to happen here? I'm just kidding. Like, or am I? No, but you start feeling that sensuality. And so that's why sensual massages are so good. And I really encourage you, if you're in a relationship, you should be doing these at least once a month just to get her out of her freaking head and getting her back in her body. So it's the massaging around, the disarming neck and shoulder massage, so the disarming massage. And then the next one is the forbidden massage. So basically you're touching her, but around the areas that are forbidden, but not really going in for the breast, not really going in and giving that vajayjay massage, not really grabbing on the ass, just gently touching all the places while skimming past the forbidden areas. And the third massage, the third sensual massage is this. When you have a woman and she's laying on her stomach, and let's say you're sitting on top of her or you're sitting on the side and you're massaging her back, you're working her back, you do go for the butt at this point because it's glorious. It's like these two things just sitting there that you just want to grab on. So yeah, you start going for that. But then here's the beautiful one, is when you take your finger between her thighs, between her legs, and like a feather, this is where you want to be really gentle and just gentle. Start from the tip of her feet and just gently work your way. Go inside of her leg and brush inside of her thigh, getting ever so close to the vagina, but never touching the vagina. This really builds momentum. And listen, if you're like, Erica, what do I do once I get her and all these things? Baby, get my erotic power positions. That program is going to show you the exact, once she's built up and she's wet and she's aching and now she's screaming for you to freaking do something, or she's moaning and like, oh, just give me something. Just give me something. Then those erotic power positions are going to put her in the right positions to really give her that power, that sensual pleasure, and also positions that I promise you no man has ever put her in before. So this is how you give her those that sensual massage, that mastery, so that she's literally screaming. Like when you're doing just that, you start moaning. When you go between those forbidden areas, it's just like, oh, we just start squirming it and you start hearing the aching. And then when you start building in between it, that's when she just starts yelling. It's like, okay, come on, just do something. Then you know, that frustration, that holy sexual frustration gets built up and she's like wanting to pull out your hair and just be like, just do something. And that's exactly where you want her to be. So thank you for being here. I hope you subscribed. And now here's a whole other playlist of videos to really support you. I hope you're watching these videos because I've got videos in there that I made from Bali, from years ago, still in Bali, but trust me, you want to watch those because they're just wild. I love you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.